Hey, this is Mike, and today I'd like to talk about Desktop Metal Inc. This stock trades on the NYSE under symbol DM. This stock was down over 8%, down to $29.13. It did move up about a little over 1% after hours to 29.48. However, you take a look at the 1 month chart of this stock, it has performed really well, moving up from 24 up to over $30 a share before moving back down. Then you look over the past 6 month Desktop Metal, like the other 3D printing stocks, have been doing really well. But all the 3D printing stocks have been really volatile. I mean, look at these big spikes. This is almost like the Andes, trying to climb the Andes mountain here. Now, the thing about the recent price movement in 3D printing stocks and the small caps is that they've basically been in a correction, because when you get a big upward slope like this, the stock does need to take a breather. You're going to get some short-term selling. You're going to get people who maybe bought over $30 a share, who are panicking now, and they're going to dump out of the stock, who never had long-term conviction in the 3D printing sector. So because of that, this stock will be a little shaky probably for the next week or so. However, I do think over the long term, 3D printing stocks are going to be very, very huge. I've talked a lot about Nano Dimension and 3D Systems. I think Desktop Metal is another stock that you'll want to own if you're interested in the long-term story of 3D printing stocks. It has a pretty big market cap. It's actually bigger than Nano Dimensions and 3D Systems. Its market cap's at 7.2 billion. I definitely think this stock that could be a $30 billion stock by the end of the decade. So it could be a 4x from its current level. End of year price target, I think it could definitely be a $10 billion company by the end of the year. I think we're going to have a huge rally in the small caps and the sort of the technology innovator stocks. So the fact that you could get this stock on a discount right now is actually a pretty good sign. So you look at specifically what Desktop Metal does. They make pretty much by the end of the decade, every single manufacturing floor is going to have a 3D printing system on it. It's just a question of who's going to be the 3D printing supplier. It could be Desktop Metal, it could be Nano Dimensions, it could be 3D Systems. My recommendation is you either just buy a little bit of each of these stocks, or just buy a 3D printer ETF, which will have a basket of all of these stocks. However, I do think, Desktop Metal belongs alongside the other two 3D printing stocks that I like a lot, which is Nano Dimensions and 3D Systems. You can definitely see a lot of larger companies that deal with, let's say, vehicle manufacturing, aerospace, and all that, use Desktop Metal because, the fact that they deal with just such heavy duty, materials and industrial, big industrial applications. So I would say definitely look at an opportunity to get into this stock since you're getting a pretty rare, pretty significant pullback here. It may pull back a little further, but the thing is, it's really hard to time the bottom. I time the pullbacks. If you try to time the bottom, you could just end up losing money. So like I said, time the pullbacks, not the bottom, and I think you'll do okay. And definitely look at Desktop Metal as a long-term play, like a decade-long play. Like I have Nano Dimensions, I'm going to be holding that for a decade. So go ahead, take a look at Desktop Metal. Get trades on the NYSE under symbol DM. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. I do multiple daily updates on stocks, options, and stock trading strategies. Thanks a lot. Bye.